Okay, good morning class. At this point we're looking at the Sansuzi control test 1 of grade 11 of 2020. Okay. So in the description box you'll find the proof to that theorem. Right. So let's see how far we got. So we basically solve for K. Was that the last thing we did? No? I showed you how to get K. Okay. So the second part of the question, in 2.2.2 we have said, it is further given that K is equal to 8. So between the two, they're going with K is equal to 8. Although K is 1 was also a solution, we are given that K is equal to 8. Was 1 omitted from, was it the restriction here? Yes, 1 can't, no. K can't be equal to minus 1. Okay? But now they told us that K is equal to 8. Okay? We actually need the sum itself. That's why I think I cleared it. There we go. Okay, so if K is equal to 8, okay, I'm going to pull this on the side. If K is equal to 8, okay, if we look at the two equations, okay, what do you notice? We got 9 on 9's place. Not so, let's use a highlighter instead. We have 9 on 9's place. Can you see that? Then we got plus 1 and the 18 on the same place. Can you see that, people? Then we got the minus 1 on each place. Can you see that? So what we can notice at this point is that K is then in actual fact equal to x squared plus 2. Or the x squared plus 2. Or K is equal to x squared plus 2. Can you see that? So if K is equal to x squared plus 2, x, okay? Sorry, x squared plus 2x. But K is equal to 8. So in other words, 8 is equal to x squared plus 2x. So 0 is equal to x squared plus 2x minus 8. Which is now a trinomial, x and x, 4 and 2, plus and minus. So x is equal to negative 4, or x is equal to 2. Okay. That's how you solve that one then. Let's go to the next question, question 6. Question 6. So here we are given K is equal to the square root of x squared minus 2x minus 15 over 8. The question says, for which values of x will K be undefined? When will something be undefined? It's when the denominator is equal to 0. So it's x minus 8 is equal to 0, so x is equal to 8. If I've just written x is equal to 8, would have given you the full mark thing. Then they want to know, for which values of x will K be non-real? So when is something non-real? When under the denominator, under the root is negative. So in other words, it's x squared minus 2x minus 15 is less than 0. This is now a trinomial. So as you can see, this becomes an inequality. No? So it's x and x, 5 and 3, minus plus. So x is equal to your critical values. Yeah, we've gone in the same mistake many of you make. 5 and negative 3. And let's put this on the graph. The graph is smiling, you've got negative 3 and 5. This then is it below or above the line? Below. Continuous or breaking the solution? Continuous. So the inequality will be together. So x has to be greater than negative 3, but less than 5. Okay. x has to be greater than negative 3, but less than 5. Number 6.2.1, determine the nature of roots of the following. Normally it says without solving the equation. Okay. So nature of roots is dependent on delta, which is b squared minus 4ac. What's your b value? 4. So it's 4 squared minus 4, 1 times 4, which is 16 minus 16, which is 0. Even if 16 minus 16 is 0, what does that mean? You can say that the roots are real, rational, and equal. That's the only time the roots will be equal is when delta is equal to 0. Okay. Let's look at the next one. People, from here, you see, if you take the square root of a negative number, what can you say about this? The roots will be non-real. From the offset you can already see. But say we act dumb and we don't know. Okay. So what we would have done is multiply the whole story out there. We would have gotten x squared minus 3x plus 9 over 4 plus 4 is equal to 0. Gives me x squared minus 3x plus 16 plus 9 is 25, no? Huh? 16 plus 9, 25. So why don't you tell me this? What's wrong with you? Right. So what do? We do delta, which is b squared minus 4ac. Your b is going to be negative 3 squared minus 4. Your a value is 1 and your c value is 25 over 4. That gives me 9 minus 25, which is 16 in the negative. So what do we notice? Delta is less than 0, which means to say it's negative, therefore. How many marks was that sum? Let's check. I'll probably give you 1 mark, 2 marks. So from here you could have seen it's non-real already. No? Did you say for which values or value of k will the... No. For which value or values of k are the roots of the equation equal? So what we do is we first get it in the form of ax squared plus bx plus c. We get it in standard form, okay? Why? So that we know that we can use delta, which is b squared minus 4ac. Okay. So I take that k story over, it says negative 3k squared minus 7, 3x squared. Did I say k now? Sorry man, 3x squared minus 7x minus k is equal to 0. You could have taken over the right hand side, you would have read 3x squared plus 7x plus k. Okay, view that kind of girl who have the positive outlook on life. No? You always want to be positive most of the time. No? Right. So we then go and we work out delta. Delta is b squared minus 4ac is negative 7 squared minus 4, a is negative 3, c is negative k. So it's 49 plus, now minus 12 k. That's your delta. What do we say? For equal roots, what do we know? For equal roots, what do we know, people? Delta must be equal to 0. But what is delta? 49 minus 12k is equal to 0. So k has to be equal to 49 is a negative. It's 49 over 12. Okay. 7 is a factor, 7, 1 and 49. So nothing, none of those going to 12 of that. Okay. Do you guys understand? We carry on with our lives. This is the one I wanted to draw your attention to. We said show that a into x squared minus 1 plus x equals 0 as real and unequal roots for all real values of k of a. We didn't do one of this yet, no? No. Okay. That's why I need to talk to you about this one now. And of course, expect something like this in your next exam. Okay. I omitted from the previous one because I didn't expose you to something. Okay. It was unfair to have the question again. Okay. But since you are doing it now, it's only a fair that I can test you. Right, we multiply that out. Again, we want it in the form of ax squared plus bx plus. So that's going to give you ax squared minus a plus x equals 0. But it's not in the standard form. Not so. It's going to be ax squared plus x minus a is equal to 0. So what is that to us now? A trinomial, not so? And it's in the form we need it to be. So, in order to put it in this delta, which is b squared minus 4ac, what is your a value? A. Your a value is a. What's your b value? 1. What's your c value? Negative. Can you see that, people? So, not O, it's a A, no? B squared is going to be 1 squared minus 4. Your A value is A, and your B value, C value is negative A. So it's going to be 1 minus plus 4A squared. So now we read the question again. They said, show that. In the previous question they asked you to solve for K. Remember? Then I said the inequality. I set the delta into an equation and I do my thing. No? Whereas this year, they didn't ask you to solve for A. Not so. So, they want you to show that the roots are real and unequal. What does real roots mean? The roots mean to say delta must be greater or equal to 0. Not so. That's when it's real. If it's unequal, when are roots unequal? When delta is greater than 0. Not so? So now if you look at a delta here, okay, if I draw this graph, I'm going to do 2 ways of doing this. Yeah? If I draw this graph, okay, this is what this graph is going to look like. It will firstly be, that is 4a squared plus 1. So if this was y is equal to 4x squared plus 1, your graph would have looked like that. Not so? If it was y is equal to 4x squared plus 1. Firstly, the graph is smiling, it has a minimum value at 1. Can you see that? So, if you're looking at delta now, and that is your A value, then that means to say, since delta has a minimum value of 1. Positive 1. Can you see that? Therefore, roots will always be real and unequal. So you write that down. Okay? You guys understand? That's one way of looking at it. On the other hand, you go and you prove that thing up until there. Okay? If you say 4, so you can do O, no? For A squared will always be greater than or equal to 0 for A is an element of real numbers. So whatever real number you choose for A, choose any number for A? 5. 5 squared, 25. Can you see it's positive? Always be greater than 0 or equal. Choose another value for A. Negative 7. Nice. Negative 7 squared? Positive 49. So what do you notice? It's again positive. Choose another value. 0. Nice. 0 squared? 0. So you'll notice that A will either be 0 or positive. Can you see that? And that is what I've written here. A squared will always be greater than or equal to 0 for A is an element of real numbers. Now if I put a 4 in front of it, for 4a squared will have the same condition. Not so? However, if I say 4a squared plus 1, so the smallest value that can be is 0. So what is 0 plus 1? 1. So what is the smallest value delta can be? 1. So you say 4a squared plus 1 will always be greater than or equal, not equal, but will always be greater than 0 for A is an element of real numbers. Okay. So therefore roots are real and unequal. Okay, and that's how you answer that question, either or. Okay. You got the next question, it says here the roots of the equation. The roots of the equation 3x squared plus bx plus c equals 0 are 2 and negative 1. Calculate the values or the value of of b and c. People, what are roots? What are roots? Roots are solutions to the equation. Not so. The roots of the solution to the equation, like your x values here in this case. So in other words, x is equal to 2. So what I do is I substitute x equal to 2 into the equation. So it's negative 3 times 2 squared plus b times 2 plus c is equal to 0. So that's going to give us 4 is negative 12 plus 2b equal plus c is equal to 0. So c is equal to negative 2b plus 12. So that's equation 1. Okay, why? How do I know I'm going to use two equations? I have two unknowns. Can you see that? So it will definitely go into simultaneous. On the other hand, we use that x is equal to 1. So we substitute x is equal to negative 1 into the same equation, which is now negative 3 into negative 1 squared plus b times negative 1 plus c is equal to 0. So c works out to be, that is going to be negative 3, it's going to be plus 3 minus b plus b. And that's equation 2. So what do I do now? Set the two equations equal to each other. So you say equation 1 equal to equation 2. So we have negative 2b plus 12 is equal to b plus 3. So it's negative 3b is equal to negative 9. b is equal to 3. What do I do with that? I sub it into either one of the two equations. I'm going to go with number 2, it's simpler. So it's 3 plus 3, which is 6. If I had gone with that day, it would have been negative 6 plus 12, it's also 6 anyway. Okay? Is there a bonus question to this one? No. So that basically brings us to the end of this paper. Okay.